Hello, I'm Bood and welcome to my channel. Thanks for joining me today and thanks for joining me for this video. If you're brand new, excellent. Hopefully by the end of the video you'll be a subscriber. If you're already a subscriber, as always, thanks for checking out another one of my videos. While you're all here together, why not be a total gent? Smash that like button. Thank you very much. Right, this episode has kind of come from two other episodes I've made recently. You might have seen my Volcano tactic episode where I found a tactic recently that I love. I've had a lot of success with it, so I kind of put it to the test and changed the fortunes of a couple of teams. But I didn't take over those teams, I just put the tactic in place and went on holiday for a season. And in that video, I kept saying, if I did it myself, I'd be better. So I thought, let's try and prove if I can do that. Does the human element, especially me, make it any better? So I've coupled that up with another video I made recently, and I made a Celtic video. Now that video came from a conversation at work where my friend said, doesn't matter, Celtic are too good. Doesn't matter who's in charge of Celtic, they'll win the league anyway. So I put a few different managers in charge, one of them being the worst manager ever in the history of Football Manager. He couldn't even run a pub team, football team. Even he won the freaking league with Celtic. And every experiment, we did 4 of them, Celtic won the league, Rangers came second. So I thought, right, why don't I take over Rangers, have a season in charge, use the Volcano tactic, mix them together and see if I can be successful with Rangers. Eh? I wasn't going to make this video, but I had an unexpected morning off recently, so I bashed it out in like 6 hours. It was tons of fun. Right, what did I get up to? Let's get into it. So this is where we're going to start, at Rangers. It's the 25th of June. I've just took charge, and yeah, I'm excited for it now. Obviously, you look at the league history, look at that. Always battling it out, and Scottish football is just a 2-horse race, but at least it was a 2-horse race against 2 teams that hate each other, so it's quite fun as an outsider. But then obviously with the drop-off of Rangers, they've had to like work their way back up, and they're still a little bit behind, aren't they, really? I don't think they're going to be too far away, because they're a massive team. They've got loads of fans, so is Celtic, loads of passionate fans who hate each other, loads of Celtic fans who are probably going to dislike this video, which, by the way, if you do dislike the video, that actually helps the video, so thank you very much. It's just a bit of fun. This is no dig at Celtic, this is no dig at Rangers. I'm just using them as an example. I think it'll be an interesting challenge to do. Now the club's not in debt. You've got 12 million in the bank, which isn't too bad. But I've only got 1.8 million to spend. I haven't really got much wiggle room. I've got about 16 grand wiggle room in the wages. Because a lot of the transfers that have taken place in real life throughout the season have been implemented on the update. So, you know, I've got the most up-to-date Rangers squad possible, which is good. But I was going to maybe try and buy someone, see what I could do, maybe sell someone if I could. I'll show you that in a bit. But the main thing I could do, the main thing you can always do, even when you've got no money, is improve your staff. Now this is the staff I got when I took over. And if we look, it's not too bad. I mean, we've got the best attack coaching, fitness coaching, mental and technical, got good scouting, decent physio as well. But we are lacking, and I want the best at everything. And even though we have got the best in some areas, those coaches aren't good enough for me. And when you look out there, there's always a better coach, always. So I looked at the staff, and the only person I kept was this guy, Gary McAllister. He wasn't too bad. I couldn't honestly find anyone that I wanted really as an assistant manager, even though he's played for Leeds and Liverpool, and I'm a Manchester United fan. I just quite liked him as a player. I thought he was a good player. I felt sorry for him in real life recently. He's just been beaten up outside a nightclub in Leeds. So I couldn't sack him, but I sacked everyone else. We cleared the decks, I brought in new staff. I had a look at the squad, which isn't too bad. And if we look at the squad, it's arranged by ability. It isn't that bad, you know. I've got some really good players. Some of the standout ones is definitely Morelos, my striker, who I've seen go on. He's only 22, Colombian. I've seen go on and do good things on this game. So I'm happy. He's going to lead the line in his tactic, and I reckon he'll score goals. We've got Alan McGregor, the goalkeeper. He's getting on a bit, but I still think he's a good player. Jermaine Defoe, backup striker. That's alright, I'll have him. This guy's pretty good, my left back. He's going to suit this tactic perfectly. Like he can get forward, he can cross a ball, which I'm going to need that. And also we've got some good players. If we go through them all, it'll take forever. Ryan Kent, he's on loan from Liverpool. He's a good winger. I think he'll suit the tactic. There's one player I found though in the reserves I was surprised about because he's definitely going to be in my first team. And that's 20-year-old Ross McCrory. If you're a Rangers fan, I know some of you are, you could tell me why is he in the reserves? I mean, I think he looks pretty good, and I know he'll suit my tactic, and I'm excited by him. He's actually played for the first team, I'm guessing, but you find him in the reserves at the start of the game. Get up into first team, Ross. Here we are with the league, and it's the odds page where you find out where the bookies think you're going to finish, and they think we're going to finish second. That's right, really, but we're pretty even, really, with Aberdeen. And no offence to Aberdeen or Ibs or anyone like that. This is Rangers. They should be challenging for the title. A title that I think Celtic have won the last 7 of. And if you look at the Media Dream Team 11, we've got 2 players in that team. The striker, Arfield, who we didn't show you, who can play on the left and in the middle. But the team's pretty much made up of Celtic, isn't it? Yeah, nice one. So, it's all about, will this tactic work? And I really believe it will. This is the tactic. It's the Volcano. I've nicknamed it the Volcano because of the 2 vols in the middle. I've got it off someone, who've got it off someone, who've got it off someone, who've got it off someone. It's been adjusted and adjusted. I haven't adjusted it. The version I use, I've never touched. I love it. It's been great for me on multiple saves, multiple series. If you haven't seen the Volcano experiment, I'll try and put a link down below. I've had great feedback from it. Loads of people said they've enjoyed it too. One bad comment I've had. How he's not got it to work, I have no idea. Amateur, that's all I'll say. Well, when it comes to the league, I think they sneakily like you to win it. But as long as you get to qualify for Europe, that's all that matters. Europa League, they want me to get to the group stage. Because wow, have we got some qualifying to do. This is Rangers Football Club. I thought it'd be like one lot of qualifiers, a 2-legged qualifier, and then we're in. You'd be surprised. The William Hill Scottish Cup, it's like the FA Cup Scotland. He wants to get to the final of that and the final of the Betfred, which is like the League Cup. So we've got 4 competitions here. It's been a long, hard season. And if we have a quick look at the team report, I quite like the squad. Good keeper, good back 4, good goal forward. We've got good wingers, it seems, a good striker. So as long as my first 11 can stay pretty fit, I think the backup players are all right as well. It's just this area was the only area I was going to try and maybe look at to improve. So we've jumped forward to the 2nd of September and we're here on the transfer page. Now, no outs have gone out all season, not from me. And you might think, look at all them ins, but if you actually look at it, they're all Gerrard's ins, I'm guessing, apart from the last 2. So that's why I didn't have any money to spend, because Steven Gerrard had already spent a load of it, but he's bought some pretty good players, to be fair to him. But like I said, I needed to strengthen the midfield, and I only had about 1.8 million to spend, so I spent that 1.8 million on 2 midfielders. And the first player is 24-year-old Norwegian Marius Lundemo. That's what I'm going to call him. He's a defensive midfielder centre. He's a 3-star player. Got him from Rosenborg. Obviously didn't cost me too much money either. He can play in the position pretty well as a Valente. That's what I want him for. So I'm quite happy. I'm pretty happy with him. I know he's not a world beater. He's got key attributes I'm going to want to need. Next up was 20-year-old German Gino Fechner. Got him from Kaiserslautern. Got a bit of promise. I've got him more as in to add a bit of depth to the team I've already got, just to bulk out the middle of the park. He was the best of a bad bunch. Over to the staff, and I've done what I can. I've done what I can with it. I think I've improved it. It's still not where I wanted it to be, and I was going to do that as the season went on. Because as time goes on, you get a bit more chilled out the board, don't you? And you can ask for more coaches and more physios, and that was a plan. But it's definitely better, and having a better coaching team helps you be more successful. It helps you with, I think they've even confirmed having a good staff helps create better regions, so it's something you should definitely focus on. Well, we had a pre-season to play, a pre-season that was already planned, and it didn't start off great, but you know, new team, new manager, they've got to get used to me, new staff, new tactic, and we drew 1-1. We then followed that up against my favourite Scottish team, which is Ayr United. It's where my family's from. Did a series with them last year. Love a bit of Ayr United. 1-1 with them, and then we started to win. Dunfermline would be called, which I thought was a great victory. You know, a Bundesliga team. I was happy with that. We beat Le Havre, French team, and then we beat some team that's got our name and our badge. At this point as well, we played our first Scottish League Cup game. It was away at Dunfermline, and we beat them 3-0. Morelos scored. Morelos. He's a freaking beast on this game, I can tell you that. Over to the Europa League, and as you can see, we're in Group G with Zurich, Astana and Ajax. We could do that. But how did we get to Group G? Well, it was the freaking longest. I had no idea, right? What a piss take I thought this was. 8 games we had to play. 8. We played some team called Balzan, battered them 12-0 at home, and then beat them 1-0 away. I did beat team that though. Then we've got Seville. Now, if you're watching my Journeyman, I am currently Seville manager. So I'm thinking, I know it's not my Seville that was playing because I'm like 12 years, 13 years in the future. But it's still Seville. They've won this competition about 18 million times in the last year alone. And that is an actual fact. That's a real statistic. We drew them 1-1 away. Brought them back to Ibrox on the telly box. Beat them 3-0. Hey? You're having a bit of that. Then Vadux, whoever the hell they are. Again, I know the badge, don't know the team very well. We beat them over 2 legs. Then we got Sparta Braga, is it? At home, that was a cracking game, that, 4-3. Ross McCrory, 2 goals. Told you. Don't have him in your reserves. What you doing? Jermaine Defoe bags of 2 goals in that game. We beat them 3-0. And obviously now we're in Group G. So I'm absolutely buzzing because I think we've got a good chance of getting out of these. I think we can beat them, and then it's the 2 Ajax games will be tough, but if we can get something out of one of them. But if we have a look at the league at the minute, it's not technically going to plan at the minute. But I've got a game in hand that if I win, I'll have 8 points, so I'd be 3rd. I haven't been beaten though. I've only won 1 and I've drawn 2. I won't go on the schedule list. We'll just click on this. So we have a look. I drew 0-0 with Motherwell and I drew 0-0 with St Mirren. We've beaten Aberdeen 2-1. So that's not too bad. But the big games this season, the big games, if you want to win the title, you've got to be beating Celtic. And that is in fact who would be playing next away on the television. Yeah, so in the future now, whenever I look at the fixture list, I'm going to be showing you if there's any highlights of any Celtic games, I'll show you them highlights because they're the big games, aren't they? Hey, can we do this? Now, before we go forward any further, let's have a quick look at the squad, basically. I've arranged it by average rating, so you can see some of the standout performers. Now, this guy's going to be good. He's had an injury, though. But when he's played, he's been brilliant. I think he's going to suit this Volcano brilliantly because he's an attacking fullback, and that's what you need in it. My right winger's been great. Candelas. Daniel, is it Candelas? I think he's new. 30-year-old Portuguese player who's great. 16 crossing, 15 for his pace, and he's got a work rate. He's perfect. Seriously, got some good players. Ross, look at him. Why is he in the reserves? I don't know. John Flanagan, the dodgy guy from Liverpool. Did he batter his girlfriend or something? He's still a good fullback. He can cover both, left and right. Got a good centre half here in Nicole Katic. He's only 21 as well, but a very good player. Taller than me, 6'4". Wow. But yeah, again, I think it's good. I think we're going to do all right. If you look at the goals, Morelos, who's got a knock at the minute, bagged 7 in 10. I was excited for the future of Rangers Football Club. Welcome to January the 1st. It's 2019, and I thought we'd start at the business end this time. Let's start with the league. Let's mix it up a little bit. And we're currently sitting where we normally sit, which is in 2nd. Yay, with 4 points off the top as well, level on games. Sadly, can't got a good goal scorer though. They're not in this time, not in this simulation. Morelos is only 2nd on the charts with 9. The dude called Nazon at St Mirren, banging him in. James Forrestal, best player in the league. He's a good player though. Followed by my 2 wingers, my right winger and my left winger, which is great. Now the first game we played, obviously, you know that because it's about 3 seconds ago, was against Celtic away. It was on TV, of course, it should be. And it was 0-0. I think we were quite lucky though, to be fair. We had a great performance from the centre half I talked about earlier. They've got some great players. Man of the match, Kieran, is a freaking world beater, isn't he? He's a good player. After that, we went on a great run. I mean, look at all these games we're winning. Not concede. Look, hardly conceded any goals. Beating Hearts. That was a good game. Morelos scored, as he does. We beat St Mirren. Happy days. Drew with Livingston. That's the first time we dropped points since the Celtic game. And then after that, we got beat off Hearts this time. I mean, why are we playing Hearts there and there? I don't know how it works. Not got a clue. But yeah, we got beat off Hearts. On TV. Gutted. Then we beat Aberdeen, who were the 3rd, apparently, according to the bookies, best team in the league, aren't they? Or they're one of them, or was it Hearts the best team? I can't remember. But they're still a good team. I like Aberdeen. I used to like them as a kid because of Fergie, Alex Ferguson. Went a bit of a winning streak again. Then we drew with Hibs. Great game that, to be fair. Cracking game. We nearly got beat. Beat St Johnstone, and then we did get beat. So look, why are we playing them there and there? How can someone Scottish please explain? Is it the game that don't know what it's doing, or is this what Scottish football's like? Because the aim of the game is to try and do well, and like you've just seen the league table, we're behind them. because we're dropping points against other teams and they're obviously not. So we need to take points off him, and we did. Beating him 3-0. Scott Arfield, Ryan Jack, and Candelas. I like Candelas. In a game, we absolutely dominated. Over to the League Cup, and yeah, we got beaten the next time we played. 3-1, Motherwell. I'll say this tactic, right? It ain't perfect. You ain't going to win every game. It's a work in progress when it comes to getting the right players and so on. You can make players fit it or whatever. But you ain't going to use this tactic and dominate and win everything. This is still football. Anything can happen. Obviously, the Scottish Cup hasn't started yet, but we've seen who we drew. Hey? As if we don't have enough hardcore derbies against Celtic as it is. We've drawn Celtic in the Scottish Cup 4th round. Away. Happy days. Obviously, we're in Europe and we're in Group G. And when it comes to Group G, it's the group for me. We were awesome. It was brilliant. I loved it. We topped the group. Played 6, won 5, drew 1. Who did we draw against now? Let's have a look for you. It was Ajax, of course, one of the best teams. When it came to winning, we beat Astana, whoever they are, 3-1. Beat Zurich 5-2. Beat Ajax 6-3. Beat Astana 4-0. Beat Zurich 4-0. We were goal machines. Look, we scored 10 more goals than Ajax, who came second. And we will be facing Rennes, Stade Rennais FC, in the first round knockout. Pretty decent French team. But where we're playing in Europe, I won't favour him. Squad wise, we're doing alright. Lee Wallace, I think he had a big injury at the start, that's why he wasn't playing. And to be fair, the other guys are better, I think. I mean, Lee Wallace ain't bad. If we have a look at him quick, he's a pretty good player. But where's my other guy who I really, really like? Mr. Borna. I love him. Look at his face. He's Croatian. Looks like he'd eat your face off. You give him any grief, he's going to bite your nose off and eat your ears. Do you know what I mean? He's awesome. I like him a lot. This dude started very slowly. The midfielder I bought, who I thought was going to become okay, is pretty good. It suits the tactic. Once he's settled in, started to put in some really, really, really good performances and score goals from a defensive midfield position, which is always a bonus. Candelas is awesome. Again, I like him a lot. And yeah, I mean, all of them are good. Taverner, be right back. He's a pretty good right back, you know. James. I like him, got a bit of pace. English. If you have a look at the goals, look at that. Mr. Morelos, who at the moment is injured for possibly 4 weeks, which is never good because he's a goal machine. Absolute goal machine. And Jermaine Defoe was injured, which left me with only one option, I remember, which was this guy up front, Mr. Kyle Lafferty. Who ain't that bad, 31-year-old, Northern Ireland. He's not bad. We're going to come back. It's the 15th of March and I'm coming back because I've got this news feed. I saved it at this point for this reason. We were on an 18-game unbeaten run. Things were clicking like you would not believe. And if you looked at the top on that last screen, you'll notice, yep, we are top of the league. I said, we are top of the league. Come on! I don't know any Rangers songs. I just imagine they go, Rangers, Rangers. But yeah, we're top of the league. Both played 29 games, us and Celtic. We're not far in the lead, but we're in the league. And let's have a look how we got there. I've reversed the dates so you can see because my head's in the way. Obviously, the last time I showed you anything league-wise, we'd beaten Celtic 3-0. Come on. And then that must have just been the biggest confidence booster in the world because look at it. 3-0 Kilmarnock, 4-0 Livingston, beat St Mirren, 1-0, 2-0, 4-2, 3-0, 3-0, 2-0. So apart from, is it the St Johnstone game, we did not concede a goal for that entire run. So you start, when you look at your tactic and everyone starts getting the green bars, that's a new thing, isn't it, where they're showing that they link up. We had them everywhere. And I really believe if we wouldn't have had like certain injuries, losing Morelos for a month and a bit, would have been doing even better. Seriously, I think we'd have been doing even better, but what a fantastic run. I mean, we played some big teams. Hibs, who, you know, we struggled against. Didn't they? Where's the Hibs games? Yeah, we drew and then we got beat. We beat them, so that was a brilliant achievement as well. So we were doing really well. Over to Europe, though. Let's have a look at this. The first game we played was against Rennes away, and we beat them 3-2 in a pretty even game. We probably should have been a draw, to be fair. Ryan Kent was brilliant. I can't remember how you say his name. Is it Griezda? He bagged us a goal as well, so I was happy with that. We followed that up by taking them to Ibrox and beating them 2-0. Goals from Candelas and Halliday in the 88th minute. Both goals came quite late, but this game was ours, and we deserved the win. And we deserved it. We really did deserve it. And we went into the next round to face Frankfurt, a team I wasn't scared of either. Not much of a challenge. I mean, the game itself wasn't exciting. Not a lot of chances, really. Not a lot of good ones. Really showed sometimes this tactic, you don't dominate possession, and this game showed that. But, you know, we won. Then we followed that up with a trip away and a better win. Even again, though, we didn't do anything with the possession. We didn't have as many chances, but we scored goals. I mean, they helped us. They scored us a goal. Morelos got us another one. Ryan Jack, who is awesome, he got us one. So, yeah, again, we're rolling, rocking and rolling. We're still in Europe, man. But at this point, they haven't drawn the next round, and it could be, well, no one, maybe. Could we get Basel? I think we could beat them. We got Benfica, Marseille, maybe Porto would be a maybe, but we need to be avoiding paying Chelsea and Arsenal, don't we? Let's go over to the Scottish Cup, the Scottish FA Cup, if you don't know what that is. And yeah, we had Celtic, didn't we? I told you that earlier. And we drew 1-1 away. Celtic still haven't beat us at this point, which I'm really starting to enjoy and wonder if they just can't get around the tactic. Is it just the way they play? I'm not sure. But they've got a good team. Then they came to our place, we bent them over, and we didn't just beat them. We absolutely pummeled them up the bumhole. No lubrication. It was dry and hard and rough and unapologetic. 4-0. It was a game of games. I mean, players I love. Candelas, my favourite winger. Barisic, the freaking psycho fullback. McCrory, the forgotten man in reserves who's a beast. And then obviously Morelos. And we missed a penalty. We battered him. After that, we drew Kilmarnock in the 5th round. Took them to pieces. Again, battered them 4-1. Then we got Queen of the South, and I thought, easy peasy. It's on TV. On TV, they upped their game. And I was a bit embarrassed by this. I felt embarrassed by it for some reason. I don't think they're that good a team. I felt like they scraped it through. We got a goal by Stephen Davis, you know, the snooker player. He used to play snooker in the 80s. He scored a goal for us in the 88th minute. And we've drawn Livingston in the semi-final. And in the other semi-final, it's Inverness versus Aberdeen. I mean, it's fun this, isn't it? No offence if you're a Celtic fan. There's no offence intended, like, but it's just more fun, isn't it? Having different teams with a chance of winning something. How are we going to do? Could we stay at the top of the league? Could we get to the cup final? Could we win it? Could we do a double? That'd be freaking crazy. I mean, that'd sell this tactic to anyone, I'm guessing. How could we do in Europe? I mean, it's all good things for this club, a club that has suffered over the last few years. A great club with loads of passionate, super passionate fans who deserve some success. Could we bring them some? Well, just in case you're interested, I thought we'd have a look at who won the League Cup first, because obviously we were out of that. We got knocked out of that quite early. Celtic had won 3 of the last 4. But when you look at the history of it, it looks like a cup that, you know, gets shared about a bit, which is good. Let's start with Europe. And I said I wanted to draw Basel, the crappiest team in the draw, and we got them, and we showed them that we're not crap. We're actually a pretty good team. And we beat them 4-0. Brilliant, honestly. Brilliant, and look at the stats. Look at the chances, look at the shots we had. Then we went away on the television and beat them 2-1. So over 2 legs, 6-1. Again, this game was a bit more even. Morelos got both our goals. I mean, I don't know how you'd keep hold of this guy. Surely big bids are coming from him if you played this game for year after year. You can keep hold of him and play this tactic. Anything's possible. Well, we got to the semi-final and we drew Chelsea. Powerhouse of England, Premier League, European champions a couple of years ago. But you know what? We put up a freaking fight here in the first leg. We put up a fight. 3-2. They scored in the 84th minute, so for a time we were drawing. I mean, we held on. We took a bit of a beating. I went down to 10 men as well, which never helps. But do you know what? I was proud of them. And when it came to the second leg, do you know what? I was proud again because we did go out. But, you know, no one expected us to... My board just wanted me to get to the group stages. So no one expected us to get to a semi-final. And I think that shows you how good this tactic can be. And if you do a few other things the right way, great staff. I mean, we had an easy run up until this point. I think we had an easy run. Seville, probably the toughest challenge in the qualifiers. You know, they came to Ibrox. The freaking atmosphere would have been intense for them. Big stadium, like at any Premier League. And we drew 1-1. Candelas, great player. scored our goal, and to be fair, you know, they only just did it, Chelsea. Only just beat us. And they went to the final to play FC Bayern and got annihilated. I always prefer it when the team that knocks me out goes on and wins it. Makes you feel a bit better. So yeah, freaking hell, Chelsea. I mean, that is like a granddad team, isn't it, Bayern these days? Getting battered 4-0 off Bayern Munich. So we might have been knocked out of the Europa League semi-final, but we didn't get knocked out of the Scottish Cup semi-final. No. Livingston, we had them. We had them at Hampden Park. Brilliant. 3-1. Morelos scored. Candela scored. It's the usual crew, innit, eh? Usual, we battered these. They had 4 shots, 4 on target. We had 26 shots. And we drew Inverness in the final. Not only that, we won it. Scottish Cup champions. Buzzing with this. Absolutely buzzing, because it's a massive trophy. It's like the FA Cup of Scotland. Do you know what I mean? It's better than the Betfred. Morelos scored in the final. I think he deserved a goal in a final. We deserved both goals we deserved to win because we played better football. Damn right we could do it. And we did it by 8 points. We won by 8 points. We only lost 2 games all season. Which, if you can do the math and you remember what was happening last time, might be able to tell you something in a minute. It was amazing. Absolutely amazing. We just kept on kicking ass. So remember, I reversed the dates and we just didn't get beat again. We hardly let a goal in. We played some great football, and most importantly, we didn't get beat off Celtic. So we started off and we beat Kilmarnock 4-1. But then in the Celtic game, it was a 0-0 again. We had a couple of 0-0s now, haven't we? And it was a boring game. They cancelled us right out. Then again, after that, we won a couple of games against some good teams. We drew with St Mirren. We beat Hibernian again, which was great. And then we beat Celtic 2-0 in the last game of the season against Celtic at home, when we pretty much won the league anyway. So it would have been a great moment for the fans, and yeah, we deserved it. Look how many chances we made for them. Look how they played compared to us. We had some standout performers, some proper standout performers. My boy, who I signed, got man of the match, which I was super happy with. He scored as well. There's a squad arranged by average rating, and again, you'll see there for yourself some great players. Ignore the top 2, but my best player, look, Marius. Have a quick look at him. You'd look at him half the time and go, oh right. He's now worth 4 million quid after that season with us. That is interesting. Sell him on, make a profit. I like it. But he says like Ryan Kent. Ryan Kent was awesome. Awesome for us this year. I mean, if you could get him on loan again, I'd try and do that. Because look, in this tactic alone, 23 goals, 19 assists. So yeah, I think it's a tactic. It's me as well. Obviously making decisions. I do a lot of shout outs. You know, picking the team, all that stuff. But I think the tactic and you together can make most teams successful. Now, I'll have a challenge for you, I reckon. I want you to try it for yourself. Download the VOLCANO, you'll find it below. And take over a team that's always the nearly men, the bridesmaid, never the bride, or a mid-range team. See if just coming in, rebuilding your staff, maybe make a signing or 2, even if it's just a little cheeky player just to fill a gap. Put this tactic in place and see how well you can do. And if you do well, let me know. I'd love to hear your story. Really would. Also, is there anyone out there you think I can have a go at? I'll make an episode out of it. You let me know, and if one of you's got a great idea and it inspires me, I'll take over that team. I'll play a season with them, with the VOLCANO, and I'll see if I can make them successful. So yeah, put your comments down below. Let me know what you think of the episode. If you're a Celtic fan, don't give me any grief. I always get grief when I do Rangers videos. More than when I do a Celtic video. I never seem to get grief off Rangers fans. You only see me. I don't know why. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you did enjoy it, make sure you smash the like button. If you are new, feel free to subscribe. Make sure you go and catch up or check out all my other content. It's massively appreciated. Hopefully you're having a great day. I hope you are, because you've been amazing. I've been Bood. I'll see you next time.